All right, how are we doing, guys? My name is Ben,
This is Xander.
and we are continuing Doctor Stone, season 1, episode 9.
Oh, yeah.
This one's called "Let There Be Light." Go ahead and give us a rundown of the last episode, sir.
Oh, we watched Doctor Stone. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so last episode we had Senku trying to like figure out a way to infiltrate the tribe, get up in there, you know what I'm saying, get those peoples to be on his side, you know. And the process, it's also getting the antibiotic because that was his way of doing it to help Ruri. Ruri, is that her name?
Yep.
Ruri out?
Ruri, yep.
So they're like, yeah, we gotta get Ruri healthy so they like you. Oh, plus we have found out that Chrome got a crush on her, and they're like, haha, I knew there was something else. Oh, so they start working on it, right? And come to find out, Chrome actually also found magnetism in these rocks. So now they have the source that he needed magnets.
Yeah, so they got to skip a step.
Yeah. So
because you
they
already
got the magnet, and what you call it? But they know in the process throughout all this, they realized that they needed more hands. So Senku devised a plan to get more hands. And that's right. We also met
Suika.
Suika.
Yeah, Suika.
Suika. Yeah. So she wears a watermelon on her head. Boom. So she infiltrated, actually not infiltrated because she lives there, but she decided to go around. She decided to go there and kind of like disguise herself in her helmet to try to get here over some conversations. And she came back and she reported everything to Senku. Senku's like, oh, that's what we like to hear. There you go, my little detective. And find out that there's a big boy in there that likes to just eat all day. So he was like, oh, I'm about to make the best food ever. That was his plan, to kind of get a couple people to come work for him.
Hey, don't forget about the Trinity sisters.
The Trinity, yeah, the Trinity.
The three girls. I'm just calling her like a Trinity.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. That's
not what they're actually called.
I was trying to remember their significance. What was their significance? Because
they all wanted a boyfriend.
They all wanted a boyfriend, but they all had like different traits they wanted.
Yeah, one wanted. One was like body type, one was face, and one was like skill,
personality, I guess, right? Skill, personality, whatever.
I think it was like hunt, being able to hunt and stuff.
Yeah, that's right, being able to hunt. Yeah,
I don't think any of them cared about personality.
So they all want Tsukasa, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so solid.
Man, he'd probably take him, you know.
I could have 3 wives, you know. So he devises a plan to make some food. Ends up being the ramen made out of what was it? What millet? It was. It
was like foxtail or something.
Foxtail millet. Yes, it was foxtail millet. I think is what it was. And he made it out of it, and he gave it to Kohaku, Chrome, and Suika. Suika, and they all loved it. They're like, "Oh, this is amazing! Oh my god, this is awesome!" And then Senku tried it and was like, "What is this?" He was like, "But you know, for people who only eat fish all day, this is probably god tier." So
they probably don't even have like spice. Maybe they have like salt. Maybe.
But that's literally it.
Like their flavor is based on how much they char it. Like that's it. Like
exactly. And so I mean, yeah, he was like, you know what, man, you could feed these people pretty much about anything besides what they have, and they would think it's amazing. So this just should work. So he decided to make his own little like portable like food stand.
It's like a ramen cart.
Ramen cart, that's what it was, a ramen cart. And he started banging on his little thing and said, "Come get your ramen," pretty much. And that's pretty much.
And then he was like,
"Yeah." He made evil.
You look like a villain.
Yeah, Kohaku was like, "Yeah, you look like a villain, bro." But yeah, so that's where we ended off at. So we'll see if his ramen plan worked.
All right, so let's go ahead and click the link in the description for the reaction.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
So, you said what?
Go ahead.
Oh,
get your thoughts out.
So what we met? What's his name? Was his name Gen? Is that his name?
Gen.
Gen.
Yeah.
So Gen, we met Gen, and he is working with Tsukasa. He kind of just straight up told him, but he was like, pretty much like, I could either go tell him that all I did was find a old, a tribe, and Senku is dead, or I can let him know you're alive, and then it'd be pretty much over for you. So it was kind of like trying to be like, you can either sweet talk me and show me what you got, see what you got working, and see if you're really about that life, see how good your science tribe is, or I'm gonna go tell Tsukasa what it'd be like. But yeah, so how did we start off the episode? Oh yeah, serving the ramen.
I think he was just feeding everyone.
Yeah, serving the ramen. Then we got Gen. We met Gen. Gen introduced himself. And then Senku tried to like finesse him by getting him tired to admit it, and then he admitted the Tsukasa thing, and then said the whole thing where it's like, I could either tell him you're live or not live, but nah, I just met a tribe. Then he figures out how to he wants to make a generator of some sort, and he needs to make stronger magnets.
Before we get there, there was a part with Gen where he stated he doesn't care who wins.
That's right. He will win no matter what.
He's gonna be on the winning side.
Yeah.
And he's determining which side is the winning side. Yeah. So that he can be on it.
And he doesn't care. He said, "I don't care who I have to dispose of," is what he said.
Yeah. He said, "I'm like the world's most shallow man," which he's a mentalist. So kind of makes sense,
And so we got that. Senku wanted to build a generator. He needed stronger magnets. So he got the stronger magnets by creating a like an electric pole, if you will, to attract lightning.
Lightning rod.
The lightning rod, yep. And he got it. He got the magnets. He was able to build this wheel to create electricity, create power. And then he used that to create a light with the little coil that he made from copper. And
no, it was bamboo.
Bamboo, that's what it was, bamboo. And he created a light.
Copper were the giant wheels.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, there was the giant wheel. That's right. And that was pretty sick, dude. I mean, how he made that light that's dope. That's freaking dope.
And Kenro lost his gold spear.
That's right. Kenro lost his gold spear.
And we also had the confrontation with who we now know, Magma, who's the very large guy.
Yeah, the fighter, if you will. Yeah, of the tribe. He's like, I'm gonna go kill these guys.
He's the alpha, I would consider, of the tribe. Like, if people were like, we need your strongest fighter, we need the Tsukasa of the village, that's Magma, right?
I can see him trying to. I can already see in the future. I feel like he's gonna die. He's gonna try to step to Tsukasa. Tsukasa's like, I'm dead.
Dude, Tsukasa would lay waste to him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Tsukasa would literally just be like, snap your neck, you're done. All right, on to the next one.
But a good thing to remember is the fact that Magma thinks Gen introduced himself to Magma as the sorcerer. So they were not there getting ramen. They did not get any ramen.
Yeah.
So they've never seen Senku. So now they think that he is Senku.
Yeah.
Because he never mentioned names or anything. So
they think that Gen is the sorcerer. So
and although a lot of the other the civilians, which was also really cool, because when they when he made the ramen, that one girl was like, "What kind of guys do you like?" Because she was talking about, like, can they hunt and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he made food, which intrigued her. So she was like, "So what kind of girls do you like?" And he was like, "Girls that can pump a lot of air into a furnace."
First to the last episode where he's like, he doesn't care how much you look like as long as you can work. And then he likes you.
He's like, it's just so great. Such a solid character Senku is.
Those pumps too. Oh my gosh, you're done pumping the thing like this over and over, dude. Oh, Gosh, it is so hard.
Hey, it's better than the bags. Better than the bags.
Touche.
They're upgrading. You know, obviously, when you want to, you progress science. You know, you make it better. So, assuming with the bags, you know, they said they can get over. They could get up to 1,500 degrees, or at least minimum, because that's what they needed to make iron. Yep. But they said that, he said with all these people, I can get up to make steel, and I think that's 4,000 degrees if I'm correct. I don't know why. I don't. Some random fact I know. Hold on, let me look it up.
He said some random fact I know.
Yeah, I feel like it's.
Let's see.
Steel.
What did you say the show said the temperature was?
1,500 degrees to. Okay, well, to make steel, iron needs to separate oxygen and tiny amounts of carbon, both accomplished over 3,000 degrees. Okay, I said 4,000 degrees. So
really close.
So nearly double what they have right now, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know why. I was close. 3,000, 4,000. I mean, obviously that's a massive difference. But once you're depending on, like, I mean, humans can't even stand, you know, several hundred degrees, so it doesn't make a big difference for me in terms of like temperature. But yeah. So he said that he could, with the amount of people that he has, he can go up to steel level, which now we know is 3,000 degrees. So double what they can do now. Yep. So I don't know what that means, you know, but apparently he has enough power to go up to steel. So power scaling, if you would.
Yep.
So
because he's got to make sure he's one step ahead of Mr. Tsukasa.
Yeah, and that's what's intriguing. Again, so he's currently deciding which side he's gonna be on, and Senku knows that. Senku can't keep him here, because if he doesn't come here, if Gen doesn't go back, then Tsukasa is gonna come looking for him.
Yeah, facts.
So I would imagine that he probably sent like several people out in different directions.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
that's what I
imagine. Or well, maybe he knows where he was.
Yeah.
In relation to where he fought Kohaku, so he probably just sent Gen in that direction. So maybe not several people. He might have just sent Gen over.
I think it is funny though that he is second guessing himself.
I don't think it's second guessing. I think it's more of like being. I still think it's because of his respect for Senku.
Like he thinks that
he's like if anyone was able to do it, it would be him. So I don't think he's second guessing. I think he knows he did it. He's like, if there's any way that he could have come back, then Senku would have been able to do it.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
I don't think he's second guessing. I think it's more of like so much respect for Senku that he has to treat it like something else. Like I feel like he would consider it disrespectful for him not to double check.
Yeah, you know what? I was gonna say something, but I think I'm wrong. I was gonna say, and I think that if he were to find out right now if Senku was alive, I don't know if he would go directly to him as soon as possible. I think he would try to. I think he would think about some things maybe, or plan something. I don't know.
No, he would definitely go straight there.
But I thought that's why I said it was dumb, because the longer he gives Senku, the more Senku develops. So it's
in terms of a physical power level, which science is capable of bridging and overcoming. That's why in modern day, which is where they came from. So if you go back to 3,700 years, that's why someone like Tsukasa was not dominant.
Yeah,
because everyone had science. They would have just been like, okay, you're a maniac, here's a gun. So that was it, you know? So that's why, or like, okay, we're gonna lock you up or something like that. Like you're
Yeah.
that's it. Okay, he would have been defeated by science, even though I mean it's not necessarily science, but everything in this world is science. So
Yeah.
so Senku started below, or I guess they all did, but since he was so physically alpha, now he has to become higher than him. But Tsukasa's also he also has the formula for resurrecting people, so he's building an army.
Yeah.
They call it the Tsukasa Empire. So they obviously have already brought Gen back.
They have Gen, and then
they have him.
More, I'm sure.
Yeah, so he's probably just reviving young people. You can imagine.
Gen didn't answer about Yuzu and Taiju yet.
It was more. It wasn't necessarily a. It was more of. It was more of a scouting question. From Senku. He was more just like, hey, like you can take the surface level, which is like, hey, how are those two doing? Or you can take like the actual question, which was like, I know you're with Tsukasa. Like, what are you doing here? You know, it's like,
He was saying that to. Oh, never mind. That was the question he asked to get him to budge. That's what it was. Okay, never mind.
And then he was like, and
the guy was like, oh, you're just trying. He was like, good plan. Try to overwork me to get me to talk. And he pretty much was like, I can just talk already. How about that?
I'll just stop working so I can talk.
He's like, I'll just
that's a mentalist play right there. That's smart. Yeah. You know, he's like, I'll just talk so I don't have to work. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So and he said that you're gonna have to work in equivalent to the amount of food. That doesn't necessarily equivalent to pumping air into a furnace.
Yeah.
So that could be, you know, doing whatever Senku needs. Yeah. So if he needs you to go pick flowers, you know, you're going to pick flowers. So
can I just go do the flower picking part? That pumping looked intense, my guy.
I don't know. Would you do an hour of pumping or would you do like 10 hours of flower picking?
Oh, okay, then I'm taking the pumping, but like if it's like the same or like a little bit time difference, then I'm flower picking. But yeah,
dude, you know how jacked your arms would be after like 2 months of doing that? You'd be like, poof. You'd be like, poof.
I'd be like, hey,
come here, Tsukasa.
Yeah, I'd be like, I can't beat you in a fight, but I can arm wrestle you. What's up, dog?
You'd probably still lose. You'd probably be arm wrestling. He'd do like some quick little chop to your elbow that no one would see.
I was gonna say he'd probably just like you would start beating him, and then he'd just be like, he wouldn't care. What he would do, he wouldn't try to hide it. He would just like grab a dagger in the middle of it and just stab you in the neck. I'm so asleep.
Okay, so now we have electricity. So he finished in terms of that bubble. I'm gonna pull. I won't. It's fine. But in terms of that bubble, that top right corner is complete.
Yeah.
So, if you break it down, you can probably break it down into like 6 sections, but that top right corner is done. So they managed to create electricity, and we can do a lot of stuff with electricity. So
yes, slowly but surely he's getting there, though.
So, okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on. Right? If you guys would like to support us, liking, commenting, and subscribing will help the algorithm know we are here. Also, I already said that. And also check out the links in the description for our Twitches. And if you want to further support us, check out our Patreon. That's how you can support us if you have maybe a couple extra buckaroos to throw our way, you know. But other than that, we will see you all in the next one.
Deuces.